What's up, people? It's your favorite girl, Irene, and you're welcome to True Crime by Irene. So, guys, today we're going to be dwelling on the case of Magdeline Mehlape. On the 28th of June 2025, a young lady of 28 years old was being sentenced to prison for the murder of her own father. Guys, what could have prompted Magdalene to murder her own father? That is what we are about to unveil in this video. Like, seriously, strange things happen these days. We have heard about a series of cases where, relatives murder relatives spiritually or armed robbers, but in this case, it was Mr. Johnny's own flesh and blood. As you can see in the pictures, it shows that they have a very good relationship. You could see her dad present at her graduation. He was a responsible father, an educator for that matter. So what could have prompted the daughter to murder him? Buckle up, because it's going to be a long, long ride. So guys, before I dive into this case, I'm going to give a brief introduction of the parties concerned. Mr. Johannes Mehlape was the CircuitManager of Education in Limpopo, South Africa, guys. And he was managing over 12 primary schools and about 14 to 17 secondary schools. This is a task of huge responsibility, and with an educator of that sort, definitely he was very responsible. You could see him here at his own daughter, the one who took away his own life at her graduation. So he was a present dad. But everything went wrong when Magdalene's mom passed on. So it was said that when Magdalene's mom passed away, she became increasingly worried and she wanted to revenge because she believed that her mom's death was not natural. And so she started seeking for help, seeking for solutions to the cause of her mom's untimely death, until she went to a herbalist, popularly known as Sangoma in South Africa. And this herbalist told her that, listen, young lady, your dad is responsible for your mom's death. And Magdalene was so furious and angry, and the only way out for her was vengeance. So when she got back home from the native doctor, she confided in some of her mother's relatives who said to believe in what the native doctor said. And they asked her to go back to the native doctor in order for him to revenge her mother's death spiritually. The native doctor told her that everything was going to be all right. Let her go back home and he's going to work out something spiritual for her dad to die. But days turn into weeks, and weeks definitely turn into months, and nothing happened to Mr. Johannes. And so Magdalene, who was seeking for revenge, couldn't hold on for so long. She went back to the traditional healer to complain that this guy is still alive. He's very much alive, healthy, strong, carrying out his daily activities like no man business. And the traditional healer told her that, oh, I'm sorry, your dad is so powerful. I can't handle him. So I think you should look for another way out. You should look for an alternative. So Magdalene consulted her relatives, precisely her mother's relatives, and so they arranged with a gang to dealer do away that. They paid them a huge amount of money. And on this fateful day, on the 28th of December 2023, while Magdalene's dad was asleep, she opened up the gate and the door to her dad's room, whereby this armed robber shot her father multiple times, and at the end, they stole his phone and some valuable items of the home, and they left. And so, guys, because this guy stole the father's phone, it was so easy for the police to track them. And when they tracked them, they had to confess with all the evidences. They couldn't hide anymore. And when Magdalene was being taken to court, she also confessed, and she was pleading like she's so sorry. She started calling out names of some of her mom's family members who were also involved in this crime. However, a crime is a crime, and the worst of them all is when it concerns death. Finally, on the 11th of June, Magdalene pleaded guilty, and she's been sentenced to life imprisonment. As for the armed robbers, their case was adjourned. However, in a couple of weeks, their own sentence would be proclaimed. Whew, guys, this is really so horrific. It is really so heart-wrenching, isn't it? To see that your own flesh and blood turns out to kill you, your own child, no matter what. However, guys, I'm gonna analyze and give my opinion. So after Magdalene's mom passed on, of course, the dad got to move on. He got married and was spending lavishly on his new wife. I believe this is one of the reasons why Magdalene became so furious, angry, and was trying to seek for revenge, because she claims that the money that the dad was spending on this new wife was her mother's money. Presumably, her mom was working prior to her death, and she had some savings in her account. However, her father is also a rich guy. So, there is this thing when children, when they lose one of their parents and the one who is alive moves on, they become so jealous. And however, I don't think it was enough to push her to the extent of killing her own father. No matter what the native doctor told her, these are just humans. Only God knows the truth. And vengeance is of the Lord. We do not have the right to take away anybody's life. Now, Magdalene, according to the South African sentence, she has to be in jail for a very long time, and she just put to bed. She has a baby. Her baby is gonna grow up without knowing the mother. So for crying out loud, yes, I know we feel so hurt when our relatives pass on, but then we should not take the laws into our own hands by wanting to take away the life of the person we suspect, because that's just a traditional herbalist. There are no proofs, there are no evidence to show that Magdalene's dad was responsible for her mom's death. So once more, my condolences to Mr. Mehlape's family, and as well as Magdalene's other siblings who have become orphans now because of their sister's stupid reaction to this situation. Please, True Crime by Irene fans, vengeance is of the Lord. We shouldn't take the law into our hands, because it's going to put us in a big mess. Until then, see you on my next video. Bye-bye. Please like, subscribe, share in order to save a life. Bye-bye.